We are back with the Enders Game on Blu-ray tournament brought to you by Game On and MLG.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and next up we're gonna have the winners match between Major and Hendralisk.
Yeah, I agree.
It's gonna be a Colonel against the Major. Who's gonna come up ahead?
Hendralisk versus Major. Who's gonna take it?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Do you know?
No.
Do you know? Do you think you know? Why don't you tweet about it? Let us know about it.
I think Major's gonna take it.
It's possible.
Major's pretty good. But Hendralisk is pretty good.
Hendralisk is pretty good, yeah. I think it's gonna go 2-1. Series is probably gonna go 2-1.
What a
to
brave
someone.
prediction.
What's your prediction?
I don't know.
How about if it goes 2-1, I win. If it goes 2-0 either way.
No, I'm good.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Ready? Change privacy. Major, very particular. He doesn't want anybody to know which Korean he's copying right now. What a games.
What a games right now, and we're gonna jump right into the first game on Habitation Station Ladder Edition. The game is starting. The countdown has begun, indeed. Major against Hendralisk. TVC. Habitation Station. Enders Game.
Bluray. Tournament.
Blu-ray.
Game
Tournament. Wow.
Cat's Destiny.
MLG. Game On.
TT
20% discount. TT Sports.
Wow.
Chronos White.
In the top left corner, starring in as the Blue Terran, we have currently teamless Major. And in the top right,
Not rocking any Pokemons today.
not rocking any Pokemons today. Maybe we should remind him after the game. I'm
Yeah.
sure that's a mistake.
It has to be.
In the top right, wearing the complexity tag, we have Colonel Hendralisk.
Colonel Hendralisk against Major.
Oh, what's
made that
higher?
joke
Do you know what's
already.
higher, a Colonel or a Major?
Uh,
Do you know, Rob? What
Rob
do you
is
mean?
just like staring at us instead
Wait,
of telling us.
Was Rob like in the military or something?
Yeah, he was.
Oh shoot! What did you do in the military, Rob?
What? This is we're casting a game. Rob,
Oh, I'm just curious. Is he like in the Air Force or the Army or?
the Army.
Okay, there you go. So Rob definitely knows the answer to this.
Yes.
Can you tell us what's higher, a Major or Colonel?
Well, I know the answer to it. It's
Really?
Major. It's Colonel. I knew it. Colonel's
Colonel is
higher
too
than
higher,
Major,
of
actually.
course.
It's 2 ranks up. So is Colonel Hendralisk gonna beat Major Juan?
He should.
Major Juanito.
So seeing as he's 2 ranks higher, he should win this then.
I mean, maybe.
Both players.
Having said that, he's 2 ranks higher in the Zerg army.
So what does that mean?
It means that Kerrigan holds Hendralisk 2 ranks higher than Raynor holds Major. But does that say enough? I mean,
I have no idea. I mean, is Rainer even big on like the whole ranking system?
exactly.
It
Maybe
didn't
not.
seem like he was big on it.
I don't think so. So, spoiler alert: Tychus dies.
What the? Why would you just say that?
What?
Why would you spoil that? Ender's Game, the book, has been out longer than this game's campaign, but you won't let me spoil Ender's Game. Would you just drop that bomb on people out there?
Well, it's different. We're promoting the Blu-ray thing.
We're also promoting StarCraft because we're trying to build esports by having tournaments with NA only. Isn't that the whole point of these tournaments?
Yeah, I haven't even played the campaign. Okay.
Then how do you know Tychus dies?
Because I got spoiled myself. Okay.
Wow, well, spoiler alert, whoever your favorite character on Game of Thrones is probably dies.
Wow.
So there you go.
Wow.
If I watched it more, I'd be spoiling it all over.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
No.
Did you watch it? You haven't watched Game of Thrones.
not even one episode.
Did you read the books?
Not even one page.
Why?
Because it's, I don't know, I just don't like that stuff.
Oh, you would like it.
You
should
really
try
think
it.
so?
Yeah, it's really good.
I'll do it after you watch Rick and Morty, okay?
I already did.
Really?
Yep.
Which
5
episodes?
5.
All of them? They're pretty good, right?
There's one more actually to watch.
What's,
There's 6
the
episodes.
last one you watched was what?
I can't remember. I think it was the one after the dogs take over. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. You did watch it though? It was pretty funny, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's
It
pretty
had me cracking a couple times. I don't know. I never laughed out loud except for once though.
What joke was that?
It was the when he goes, Morty, just kill them. They're robots.
Yeah. It's just a figure of speech. They're bureaucrats. I don't respect them. Yeah. No, that's good.
That was the funniest part. Everything else was funny. I chuckled, but
I really like the Rick guy. Pretty much everything he says, I think, is pretty funny to some extent.
Yeah, he's good. Dan Harmon is the creator of Community.
Nice.
Have you ever watched Community?
I have not.
Maybe you should.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Real fast. Good on Major there being really active with that single Reaper. You kind of see what I was talking about earlier, how good players will be really active with that Reaper. Not necessarily scared of the one queen. You know, you're taking a couple shots as you backed out, staying until the last possible moment. Kind of good on Hendralisk here too, though, to make those 2 early links and send him to the natural. With Major starting the CC on the low ground, he was able to pressure that SCV a little bit, forced Major to pull his Reaper all the way back to his base.
Yeah. And I think most Terrans make 2 Reapers, but Major has been really stubborn in making 1 Reaper for a long while.
I've seen some Terrans start to favor just the 1 Reaper style, though, and then they instantly go on to the next.
I really don't know why. I think that with good micro, 2 Reapers always pay for themselves, and they're pretty powerful when the Helios hit as well.
To some extent, I would agree. Maybe, like, if you were going to change it on maps, though, this would be the map where you only make 1 Reaper.
Yeah, that's
Since
true.
you can't hop into the main base, you can only go up through the natural. It makes things a little bit harder to move your Reapers
absolutely.
around.
That's an excellent point. Uncharacteristic of you. And Banshee coming out for Major. No cloak.
No cloak. I don't think cloak is coming.
No. I don't think so.
Me neither.
And Major just looking for links that may be hidden somewhere.
Looking for links that would be plenty to do a run by, which Hendralisk is starting to send. Oh, unfortunate path for Hendralisk there. He will get discovered.
Yep.
Will Major pull back to defend? I don't think so. He did have a bunker set at the front of his base. Hendralisk already getting his creep scooted out there a little bit.
Yeah, Major adding a few more Hellions, and then he's gonna probably start the pressure here. Let's not forget there's a Banshee in the way. Yeah. Does Hendralisk know about the Banshee?
He does not.
He does not, and that's pretty big actually. He doesn't know if there's a starport even.
It's kind of big, but he's gonna luck out because there's no cloak.
Oh, he's making blind spores though.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's kind of big, but he lucked out because Major's not getting cloaked, which is nice. But yeah, like you said, he's gonna make blind spores anyway. Surprised not to see Major pushing a little bit more here. Those Queen's Field with transfers will be able to each of them though. Another command center going down by Major. This Queen will fall if it fights 1v1 with no assistance, and it looks like the Queen will go down.
Yep, injecting there at the last second. I think he could have moved the Queen and injected.
Yeah, back to the
spore.
spore. Yeah. I think so, definitely. And now this Banshee is going to be really annoying. Going to force Hendralisk to pull a Queen back to his main, which he really doesn't want to do because he needs that Queen out front to defend the pressure.
Yeah, pulling 2 Queens even to the front.
Yeah, and he does drop that spore or the creep timber, which is really important, so that he can connect his base to the creep.
Yeah, otherwise Queens are too slow off of creep to help anywhere really. Major doing a good job of clearing overlords, both to nice scouting and to clear paths for dropping later on.
Yep.
So Hendralisk smartly pulling his overlords back now, and getting overlord speed as well because he doesn't want to play blind later on as well. So he wants to respread those overlords, perhaps by the time he gets Muta. Yeah.
Viking pushes into the Zerg main to push the overlords back. Queen steps out to greet it, so the Viking's gonna pull back, patrol around for a couple more overlords. Hendralisk is working on his 3rd, getting it all set up. I don't like this by Major, but I guess I kind of understand maybe. Major floats down to take his 3rd. Why not take the gold?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think that the gold is good, especially in TVZ.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially
siege
for
tanks,
Terran.
Marines, like Thors, all the coverage. But
yeah, plus if you're gonna be pushing into the Zerg, you want
exactly
you're
you
gonna
want
be pushing through there anyway.
Yeah, because right now
whereas the Zerg is more justifiable to expand away from the Terran.
Yep, and it's really annoying with the gold 3rd as a Zerg because you can't ever attack it because the Terran's always moving along that path.
Yeah.
Whereas this Zerg, or whereas this 3rd, you can actually send a group of Lings around to attack that 3rd that's way out of the attack path of the
also,
Terran.
Zerg doesn't really have siege units as the Terran does, so
yeah, until you get to like Brood Lords.
Yeah, exactly. So taking the gold base is much less risky, much more common I would say for Terran as well. On this particular map. Double medevac drop is not going to get spotted because Major was really good at clearing the overlords early on. So now we see that coming into play. He's going to drop it at the corner of Hendralisk's base with their zero detection.
Probably going to be able to take out that hatchery at the very least pretty easily.
Yeah, Hendralisk repositioned his army already to the natural though, but he's moving out to the 3rd at the worst possible time. He's going to lose this Bingling Nest, unfortunately for him. And that's Baneling speed. It's not gonna finish. That's big.
That's a really good pick off for Major. If he capitalizes on that by attacking soon, that would be really nice.
Yeah, that would be. That makes it so much easier. It basically, you know, like the creep is gonna matter a little bit less
Yep.
if you choose to do that. And he's still clearing creep, so it could be even better if he hits that timing. That's gonna be quite a large timing window. I mean, just now Hendralisk is
Oh my
making
god,
that
Hendralisk with so many resources banked up. He needs to make like 4 or 5 overlords. He's trying to pop out a bunch of Muta once that Spire finishes, which is done. But
Yeah.
9
Major's
drones?
still doing a lot of damage with
Why
this.
didn't he make any Muta? He didn't make.
Oh, and the
Why
Spire's
didn't he
gonna go
make
down
any
as well.
Muta? What? I don't understand. That was a big mistake. He was saving the gas. He had the supply. He was saving the gas and the minerals for it, and he didn't make a single Mutalisk.
Yeah,
he made
and
9 drones.
without a Spire, that's huge. Baneling speed being cancelled was big.
Yeah.
Now without a Spire, Major can continue to do drops
Pressure.
all over.
Yeah,
if he
with
wants
no
to.
response to the Medivacs.
Yeah, there's not gonna be any way for Hendralisk to kill the Medivacs. So
It would have been okay-ish to lose that Spire if he would have at least got those 9 Muta out, but I don't know. It must have been an oversight. Maybe he didn't realize it.
maybe Hendralisk has been doing a really good job of respreading the creep though. We saw that Major just cleared that, and there's already creep back up there.
Major playing so cost efficiently, all this damage being done with the same 2
Yeah,
drops.
for free. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Major's only lost 9 units this game, almost 3 times as many resources lost for Hendralisk.
Yeah, Major's doing a great job of that, and this is his strength, multitasking. His macro is flawless.
Oh, no cancel there either.
Yeah, that hurts. So Major's playing an amazing game so far. He's playing a very tactical game, a very clean game so far. A little bit of a Baneling run by trying to do something, but Major already in position and waiting for that.
22 Banelings in production.
Baneling speed will be done.
Yep. And the reason why Hendralisk is making
That's
so
a
many...
lot of links.
That it is. The reason why Hendralisk is making so many Banelings is probably because he doesn't have the Muta.
I don't know about this by Major. This is gonna be really hard.
I think he's just going to pick up and leave.
He has to.
Oh! An error in the pickup there. This is a lot more Marines than he had to.
Yep. You're gonna pick up an overlord or 2 and get out probably.
Is that another drop at the 3rd? I think there was a drop at the 3rd.
Nope.
Oh, I think there was. Maybe not. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
You see Marines camping the top of this cliff here.
yeah, just doing as much damage as they can before the Banelings show up, and then they gotta get out. Big Baneling run by Hendralisk, but unfortunately for him, it's gonna get spotted. Major dropping 1 Marine at a time.
Very nice drops by Major here. You can't really attack that with your Banelings because you'll be killing 1 Marine per 1 Baneling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Really,
He's all
really
over the
nice.
place. Very
oh
well
my
done.
god, this is so
fantastic.
much damage.
Wow. That was fantastic play by Major there.
Definitely.
That does not happen every day. That was
Really,
really
really nice.
really good.
Yeah, most Terran probably would have just let it go.
Yeah,
And just
Major
pull
was
their
like,
medevacs
nope,
back,
let's
but-
trade, let's
Even
get
stimming,
more,
even stimming
more
as he was
cost-efficient
dropping out of the
trades for you,
medevac too.
Yeah, that was really good.
So I don't understand why Major doesn't like the golds. He moves down to take the 4th way beneath this base, especially
Yep.
against a Zerg with Mutalisk. That's really strange to me. I don't. I'm probably gonna ask him after.
Yeah, now it makes a little bit more sense, I guess, as the game progresses and goes into a longer one.
Maybe.
But
I don't see any reason not to take that gold, especially when you can put a planetary there.
yeah,
now,
this
'cause it
could
would
be dangerous for Major though. Hendralisk has been really good at making a lot of units. What's the drone counts?
67 drones.
Yeah, 67 to 67. That was a really clean, good fight for Hendralisk.
It seemed like it, but I mean, Major didn't have very many ground units there.
Yeah, he didn't bring his entire army. It didn't seem like.
Yeah.
And if he's gonna want to break Hendralisk, he's gonna need a lot more mines than he's making right now,
Definitely.
or tanks, or some other sort of support. Major needs good splits here. His splits are not his biggest strength. His biggest strength is probably macro, and there's a tank to help out. That is gonna help out immensely.
Definitely. And these splits were good.
Yeah,
but
the splits were great, actually.
somehow getting ran over.
Yeah, Hendralisk just had so much here.
Yeah.
A really nice
That was
army by
really
Hendralisk.
good by Hendralisk. He was able to take out a lot of medevacs there.
Yep.
Which are huge.
Yeah, the model is, I think, smaller than the medevac is actually in real. Like if there's a StarCraft to scale thread on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, medevacs are huge.
We do see a couple bunkers going up. These bunkers Don't
Yeah,
know.
Major needs to survive. He's already started his 3-3. Once that 3-3 hits, he's gonna have a huge advantage over Hendralisk.
Yep. And
But until then, he needs to hold on.
he does manage to get the bunkers finished. He's got...
This is a really close fight. There's
Yeah.
no more banelings, so I mean, there's 4, so Hendralisk has to back. Overall, a really nice army composition by Hendralisk. A really good aggressive style. He's not making more muta. He's just focusing on the ground and wiping everything on the ground.
Yep.
Of course, the only problem with that is once you lose a fight, you don't really have anything left. You know, this is an army that trades. With muta, usually you trade the ground, but you always keep the muta numbers.
Yep.
So even if it's not the greatest, not most cost efficient attack on the ground, then
At least your air
yeah.
army is getting larger. The
Exactly.
problem though here is that once you see when Hendralisk is done fighting, and he doesn't have very much to take
Yeah,
home
exactly.
with him. He's got 8 Mutalisks.
So
And
so
that's it.
as much as that was looking great for a little bit there, all the units that Hendralisk was producing were to be traded. And now he's actually fallen far too blind behind and he has to
And he
GG.
takes the GG.
That was pretty much an all-in by Hendralisk. A really well executed all-in, but an all-in nonetheless. The muta are supposed to take care of the expensive units, get rid of the medevacs. Without a large number of muta, you're just trading ground for ground, and that's great if the momentum is going in your favor. If you can kill that 3rd,
Yep.
if you can go and take that 4th, maybe. But
So-
as it was, really well played by both sides.
Definitely, but well played by both
Great
sides. Major edging out Hendralisk just a little bit there. Comes up to a 1-0 lead. We're going to take a quick 90-second break, and we're going to be back to watch these players play it out in Game 2. Stay tuned.